Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. And he's had a hit! Just off target.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Claude Makelele, a player whose name entered the very language of the game, Jim.
Yeah, but his arrival in English football, Peter, I felt was key in taking the title from the previous season's Invincibles. And his first goal in English football was scored on what was the homecoming of the new champions, was it not?
Yeah, stoppage time penalty. He missed it actually, but he did score on the rebound.
Yeah, that's right. Not glamorous, nor spectacular, but no less crucial. It pretty much describes him as a player.
Totti. Adams cuts it out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but Luis Suarez! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neither side yet able to find the net. Braithwaite. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Grêmio upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now it's Totti. And the finish! That's been cut out, well played. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Totti. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Nielsen. Now it's Braithwaite. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Fluminense clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is a brilliant interception. Luis Suarez. And he's intervened well there. No, that's been intercepted. Robson. And it's Luis Suarez. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Some first half thoughts?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
Fluminense head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And the game has already resumed here. So the first half brought no goals. Adams attempts a clearance. Musiala. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Totti. Totti! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Nielsen. Now it's Braithwaite.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Braithwaite gets into some space. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Totti. Adams. Braithwaite. Musiala. Mohamed Salah. That is good alertness. And it's Nielsen. Braithwaite! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Robson. Robson charging forward, the ball at his feet. And here's Suarez.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Bergkamp. He's gone for goal! It's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
A 1-0 lead established.
I think the danger for them now is fatigue. I think when the body tires, the mind soon follows. So concentration is key from here.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's managed to get free. It's a really well-measured ball. He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through.
Well, he certainly...
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Makalele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.